Today we're going to be talking about states of consciousness, frequency, heaven and hell, and how does this relate to us, to the life that we live, to our ascension, to the evolution of our soul, to our manifestations, to our health, to our freedom, to integrating into our multidimensional selves. Hi, my name is Myriam. I have been practicing and teaching yoga for about 21 years, and that led me to brutal spiritual awakenings. And now I teach about conscious manifestation, Kundalini awakening, and spiritual alchemy. So most likely you think that heaven and hell are places somewhere outside, especially if you grew up religious like me, right? Like they teach you like hell is like in the middle of the earth or somewhere there and it's full of fire and you're gonna burn there for eternity, or heaven is somewhere up there like way up in the stratosphere and God is watching from above, right? But all of this was in the Bible, but this was taken out of the Bible because some people wanted to take advantage. They were operating from lower states of consciousness. They got this knowledge. They weren't spiritual beings, and they started controlling humanity for their own gain. So keeping us in the lower states of consciousness for their own gain, even that they are not evolving into higher states of consciousness. So we are to break through from this for our own self. This is what is called breaking from the matrix as well. So this is the scale of Dr. Hawkins, the scale of consciousness. Maybe you have seen it, maybe you have not. And this relates to the frequencies of our emotions. I only put some general here because there have so many, like you see in the illustration. But I drew one representing, I wrote one representing each one of the chakra in general. Because if you notice here, we have the red chakra, which is the root chakra, Muladhara, and is operating in the lowest spectrum here of the scale of Hawkins, with the lowest frequency available being shame. The next one will be the sacral chakra, Swadhisthana, and we have represented by fear. And this area of courage and fear in between is a purgatory. In between is around the heart center. Paradise is in between your throat and your third eye. And then heaven is in the crown chakra and above, right? So then we have Manipura chakra or solar plexus represented by courage. Then we have the heart chakra or Anahata represented by acceptance. Then we have our Vishuddha or throat chakra represented by inner wisdom. Third eye or Ajna represented by presence, being present. And crown chakra, Sahasrara, represented by transcending duality. So as you see, this relate to the scale of Dr. Hawkins, even though this may come from Hindu beliefs or from yoga practices, but they are the same and they're represented by the same colors because each color holds a frequency. So in the lower spectrum, this is also called a rainbow body. When you see activations about the rainbow body, it is your chakra system. Those are part of our subtle bodies. These are part of our aura as well. The people, when they go and like read your aura, they are just reading the energies that are more dominant within you. So we are to be raising from here our state of consciousness. And because everything is connected, the physical and non-physical parts of us, as we ascend in the emotional, energetic realm, also our body gets healthier. Everything is connected. The majority of people are operating in the Muladhara chakra, which is the survival. the survival state, just the basics, food, shelter, money. The next one is all about expressing sexuality and creativity, where there's still a lot of taboo in those sections. That's why it's with fear here. And there is more in the scale of Hawkins in between, lots more as we go ascending. Now, this doesn't mean that you can't experience, courage and shame and then go back to acceptance. And, you can, but the idea is to leave these states of hell permanently, to raise your vibration, your frequency permanently, to ascend into higher states of consciousness permanently. That way you're not going back down. And it is a process, and it is very unique to each person. But when you start becoming aware and doing this consciously, then your enlightenment process can be active and you can ascend sooner, right? So here the Manipura is all about, who do you identify as? Like, what drives you, your willpower, right? It's about courage to be yourself, to pursue the life of your dreams, to take control of your energy. And we have our throat chakra. It's about inner wisdom, getting to know yourself, getting to express. I just get the heart. So the heart chakra, the anahata, is all about acceptance, self-love, right? Like accepting other people, accepting who you are and embracing it. Like learning to love that, shifting all what you were thought that was bad, and then realizing that you're just whole and complete as you are. This is a human being with these human emotions, with these questions that we have, with this monkey mind. This is what it is, the human experience with those desires. Now the idea is to look at all this and alchemize and do our shadow work and begin to ascend and start releasing all this that is holding us in basically in hell. Because we think that hell is a place, but no, hell is your state of consciousness that does not allow you to rise into a heavenly state, into bliss, into beautiful connections, into connecting with nature. A lot of people don't know that they can talk to animals and that they can talk to the weather and tell the clouds to bring rain, and that is not a crazy thing. It's actually a deep connection with nature, that you can communicate telepathically. A lot of people think telepathy is like crazy and psychic abilities, like, oh my gosh, that's woo-woo and thing. It's not. We all have this, but we are so disconnected from who we are, and it's not that these ones are bad, okay? They're not bad. Our lower chakras, they're part of our physical being. The three lower ones are part of our physical, the earthy chakras. And then we have our heart, which here it says in between, because it is kind of like the connection in between your earthly chakras and your heavenly or spiritual chakras, which are these top ones. So I was talking about the acceptance. We already seen that. Now we go into the throat chakra, the inner wisdom. It's all about diving within and integrating your shadow self, learning to express yourself and allowing other people to express who they are and be who they are. This includes healthy boundaries, but accepting that everything and everyone is how it is and where it is supposed to be, which that has a little bit more to do with non-duality as well. Now we have our third eye, and it's about presence, about being. I'm present, moment to moment. My mind is not running to the past, running to the future. I have balance within me. I don't feel anxiety 100% of the time. It's a process, right? This doesn't happen just once and stays forever. It's a progress, just like how you go to the gym and you start getting bigger muscles or losing a little bit more weight. It's a process. So there's nothing to rush. You are to enjoy. I know being down here doesn't feel good, but you are to enjoy this process of blooming into your true self, or removing what is in the way of experiencing your true self. Now, the third eye being present means moment to moment you're cultivating that presence, being physically here, not just trying to escape your reality, but being present into your physical body. What are the thoughts that are coming? What are the feelings that you are feeling? Where are you feeling them? What areas do you need to still face? Childhood trauma that you need to look at and observe and transcend and heal. Areas that you need to embrace yourself more or other people, right? It's all about being in the now, 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 moment to moment. And it's really something that needs to be cultivated, because we tend to go somewhere else every like 10 seconds or less. We are going from here and from here and from here. And so the idea is to let go of all that and just be here. You're listening to this video, just be here. Stop thinking about other things. Stop looking around. Pay attention. Right? Be here. You cultivate that presence. When you cultivate that presence, there's no space for everything else down here. Shame, fear, like all of that. Right? Then we have our crown chakra. Sahasrara is transcending the non-duality, realizing that there is no good and there is no bad. They're just labels that we were taught. It's just what it is. Like, let's take the seasons, for example, and we have the trees and they bloom and give the flowers and give the fruits, and then on the winter they dry up and then they start the cycle again. So it's not good, it's not bad, it is what it is. We see life and death, and we don't like that. We don't like sickness, but there are cycles, there are things that happen in this physical realm. And many other things, we start understanding that there is one consciousness, one creator of everything. And we don't have to agree with it, and we don't have to like it. And we can choose the light over the darkness, but it's all there as a part of a whole. It's all part of the yin yang. It's just how the cosmos is. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.